Good evening and welcome to Dreamy Academy. As we settle into this quiet space together, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Perhaps your city, your country, or even what the night sky looks like outside your window. If these peaceful explorations of science resonate with you, please consider taking a moment to like this video and subscribe. It truly helps this little corner of quiet curiosity to grow. And to those already part of our thoughtful journey, thank you sincerely for your presence. Don't forget to tap the notification bell if you wish to be gently reminded when new stories unfold. Tonight, we turn our gaze inward, not to the distant cosmos, but to a universe far closer, one that breathes and pulses within each of us. Consider, if you will, the quiet miracle of your own existence. Right now, as you listen, forces older than mountains, principles more intricate than any clockwork, are orchestrating a symphony of life within your very being. You are at once a fleeting pattern of stardust, a complex chemical reaction, and a vessel for consciousness, a beautiful paradox of matter that has learned to contemplate its own making. To journey through the human body is to embark on an odyssey, not just through biology, but through physics, chemistry, and the vast patient expanse of evolutionary time. It is to discover that the ordinary act of breathing, the simple beat of a heart, or the fleeting thought that crosses your mind are all expressions of a profound interconnected wonder, worthy of our most patient and reverent contemplation. We will not rush. We will simply observe, with the quiet fascination of a naturalist discovering a new species in a forgotten forest, or an astronomer charting the slow dance of distant galaxies. Let the beauty of these intricate systems lull you, not into unawareness, but into a deeper, more peaceful understanding of the magnificent architecture you inhabit. Let us begin, then, with the most fundamental building blocks, the quiet architects of all complexity, the cells. Imagine for a moment that you could shrink to a size so infinitesimally small that the very air around you felt like an ocean, and a single human cell appeared before you as a vast bustling city illuminated by unseen energies. It is a world bounded by a delicate shimmering membrane, a flexible wall no thicker than a whisper. Yet it is the guardian of life, carefully choosing what may enter and what must remain outside. This membrane, a masterpiece of molecular engineering, is composed of countless tiny lipid molecules, arranged in a double layer, their water-loving heads facing outwards and inwards, their water-fearing tails nestled safely between. It is a fluid mosaic, a constantly shifting landscape of proteins and fats, allowing communication and transport with exquisite precision. Within this shimmering boundary lies the cytoplasm, a viscous, jelly-like expanse that fills the cell, holding within its gentle embrace a myriad of structures, each with its own vital purpose. It is within this aqueous environment, rich with dissolved salts, proteins, and nutrients, that the grand opera of life unfolds. Here molecules drift and collide, reactions spark and subside, and the very air around you, if you could perceive it at this scale, would be thick with the quiet hum of ceaseless activity. At the heart of many cells, nestled like a precious jewel, is the nucleus, the command center, the archive of all genetic possibility. Encased in its own double membrane, the nuclear envelope, it holds within it the coiled strands of deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA. This is the ancient blueprint, the instruction manual for building and maintaining the cell, and indeed the entire organism. Each human cell carries within its nucleus roughly 2 meters of this exquisitely folded DNA, containing some 20,000 to 25,000 genes. These genes are not just inert information, they are the quiet whispers that guide the construction of every protein, every enzyme, every structural component that makes you, you. The meticulous copying and expression of these instructions, a process known as gene expression, is a dance of molecular precision, ensuring that each new cell born into your body carries the full, unbroken legacy of your being. But a cell is more than just a membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. It is a universe unto itself, a self-contained world of molecular machinery, each component a testament to billions of years of refinement. Consider the mitochondria, for instance. These tiny bean-shaped powerhouses, often numbering in the hundreds or even thousands within a single cell, are the engines that fuel all life's processes. They possess their own distinct circular DNA, separate from the nuclear genome, and their own ribosomes, hinting at their ancient origins. Indeed, the prevailing scientific understanding known as the endosymbiotic theory suggests that mitochondria were once free-living bacteria, engulfed by an ancestral eukaryotic cell over 1 billion years ago, forming a symbiotic relationship that proved so profoundly successful it shaped the future of all complex life on Earth. Within the mitochondria, a process of breathtaking elegance unfolds: cellular respiration. Here, the simple sugars derived from the food you eat are systematically broken down, not in a sudden burst, but in a series of carefully controlled steps. Oxygen, drawn in with every breath you take, acts as the final electron acceptor, allowing energy to be extracted with remarkable efficiency. This energy is captured in the form of adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, the universal energy currency of the cell. Each molecule of ATP is a tiny rechargeable battery storing chemical energy in its phosphate bonds. When a cell needs to perform work, to contract a muscle, to send a nerve impulse, to synthesize a new protein, it spends an ATP molecule, breaking a bond and releasing that stored energy. The quiet hum of these tiny powerhouses, tirelessly generating ATP, underpins every single function of your body, from the smallest twitch of a single protein to the grand symphony of conscious thought. The beauty of this system lies not just in its efficiency, but in its ancient lineage. The very chemical pathways used by your mitochondria to generate energy are echoes of processes that evolved in the earliest bacterial life forms billions of years ago. When you breathe, you're participating in a cycle of energy that has powered life on Earth for eons, connecting your personal biology to the deep history of our planet. This constant flow of energy, from the sun captured by plants, then consumed by animals, and finally processed within your cells, is a fundamental rhythm of existence. It reminds us that we are not separate from the wider world, but an intricate part of its ongoing energetic dance. And yet the cell is not just about energy. It is also a factory, a library, and a communication hub. The endoplasmic reticulum, a vast network of interconnected membranes, acts as the cell's internal highway system and protein factory. Ribosomes, tiny molecular machines, translate the genetic instructions from the nucleus into long chains of amino acids, which then fold into intricate three-dimensional proteins, the workhorses of the cell. These proteins are then ferried to the Golgi apparatus, a stack of flattened sacs that acts like the cell's post office, sorting, modifying, and packaging proteins into vesicles for delivery to their specific destinations, both within the cell and beyond its delicate membrane. This intricate choreography, this ceaseless activity within each microscopic world, is happening right now, in every one of the trillions of cells that compose your body. From the specialized nerve cells that carry your thoughts, to the muscle cells that allow you to move, to the blood cells that transport oxygen, each is a variation on this fundamental theme, a testament to the power of organization and the elegance of biological design. The sheer scale of this cellular society, working in concert, is almost impossible to grasp. A single drop of blood contains millions of cells. A cubic centimetre of your brain tissue holds billions of neurons, and each of these, in turn, is a world of incredible complexity. We are then not merely individuals, but vast collaborative empires of cells, each descended from a single fertilized egg, itself a testament to the unbroken chain of life stretching back to those ancient primordial cells. The wonder is not just that these cells exist, but that they cooperate, communicate, and self-organize with such flawless precision to create the living, breathing, thinking being that is you. The boundaries between self and cellular community begin to blur, revealing a deeper unity. So we have glimpsed the foundational unit of life, the cell, a microscopic marvel that embodies the very essence of biological complexity and ancient heritage. But what happens when these individual worlds begin to specialize, to collaborate, to form larger structures with shared purposes? How do these cellular cities come together to build the intricate architecture of a human body, giving rise to organs, systems, and the very senses through which we perceive the world? That question naturally leads us from the single cell to the broader, more integrated tapestry of tissues, where cells begin to weave themselves into the fabric of life, each thread contributing to the strength and beauty of the whole. In our last gathering, we journeyed into the singular universes of our cells, those ancient self-contained marvels that hum with the very breath of life. We marveled at their intricate dance, their specialized roles, and the profound echoes of primeval oceans still resonating within their shimmering membranes. Yet these cellular worlds, vibrant and independent as they are, do not exist in isolation. They are, in fact, the very threads from which the larger tapestry of our being is woven, the individual notes that compose the grandest symphony. Today, we invite you to ascend with us, to widen our gaze, and witness how these countless cellular entities, in their collaborative wisdom, unite to form the magnificent architecture of the human form, the tissues, organs, and the integrated systems that allow you to read these words, to breathe, to dream. Consider, if you will, the epithelial tissues. These are the guardians, the silent sentinels that form the shimmering boundaries of our internal and external worlds. Imagine a vast protective sheath, a delicate yet resilient skin that covers your entire body, shielding you from the external environment much like the atmosphere protects a fragile planet. This is but one form of epithelial tissue. Within you, these tissues line every cavity, every tube, every vessel, from the intricate pathways of your digestive system to the delicate air sacs of your lungs, and even the smooth inner surfaces of your blood vessels. They are the gatekeepers, carefully regulating what enters and exits your body, absorbing nutrients, secreting vital fluids, and filtering waste. Their cells often interlock tightly, forming impenetrable barriers, or they may be specialized with cilia, like tiny rhythmic oars sweeping away debris in your respiratory tract, or microvilli like velvet fingers vastly increasing surface area for absorption in your intestines. They are the very interface between you and your world, a testament to the body's ingenious design for both protection and interaction. We see in them quiet elegance, a profound dedication to their role as the first line of defense, the meticulous curators of the internal environment. Beneath these protective shields, and indeed woven throughout every part of you, lies the remarkable domain of connective tissue. If epithelial tissues are the walls and coverings, then connective tissues are the very scaffolding, the living glue, the intricate network that holds everything together, provides support, and even transports vital substances. This is perhaps the most diverse of all tissue types, a testament to its multifaceted roles. Think of the robust strength of your bones, providing the framework upon which your entire body is built, a silent testament to enduring support. Consider the flexible resilience of cartilage, cushioning your joints, allowing for graceful movement, or shaping your nose and ears with soft yet firm contours. Envision the dense fibrous ropes of tendons and ligaments, anchoring muscle to bone and bone to bone, enabling every precise movement, every powerful stride. But the realm of connective tissue extends far beyond mere structural support. It is also the vast, bustling landscape of your blood, a liquid connective tissue flowing ceaselessly, carrying oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and immune cells to every corner of your being, a veritable river of life. It is the soft, insulating embrace of adipose tissue or fat, storing energy for future needs, cushioning your organs, and regulating your body toward temperature, a warm, protective layer against the world's fluctuations. What a profound paradox that something so seemingly disparate as the rigidity of bone and the fluidity of blood can both fall under the same grand classification, united by their common origin and their shared purpose: to connect, to support, to protect, and to nourish. Their defining characteristic is often the abundance of their extracellular matrix, a rich, non-living substance secreted by the cells themselves, giving each type of connective tissue its unique properties, much like different soils yield different gardens. And what of movement? What allows you to reach, to embrace, to walk beneath the vastness of the sky, or to simply blink in contemplation? This, dear friends, is the domain of muscle tissue, the dynamic engines of your body. We encounter three distinct yet equally vital forms. First, the skeletal muscles, those voluntary titans that attach to your bones, allowing for conscious movement. These are the muscles you flex, the ones that power your run, your dance, your every deliberate action. Their cells are long, striated, and immensely powerful, contracting with coordinated precision, a ballet of molecular machinery transforming chemical energy into mechanical force. They are the visible expression of your will, the instruments of your interaction with the physical world. Then there is the cardiac muscle, a tissue of singular purpose and unparalleled endurance. This is the muscle of your heart, a tireless pump that beats rhythmically, involuntarily, from before your birth until your very last breath. Imagine for a moment the sheer dedication of this muscle, never resting, never faltering, a testament to life's persistent pulse. Its cells are branched and interconnected, forming a complex electrical web that ensures synchronized contraction, propelling blood through the vast network of your circulatory system. It is the rhythmic heart of your existence, a symbol of unwavering vitality. Finally, we find the smooth muscle, the silent architects of internal motion. These muscles line the walls of your internal organs, such as your digestive tract, blood vessels, and bladder. They operate involuntarily beyond your conscious control, performing essential ceaseless tasks, gently propelling food through your intestines, regulating blood pressure, or adjusting the diameter of your airways. Their contractions are slower, often sustained, ensuring the smooth, efficient operation of your inner world, a quiet, continuous hum of vital activity. Each type of muscle, though distinct, shares the fundamental ability to contract, to shorten, and thus to generate force, orchestrating the symphony of your body's movements, both grand and subtle. Yet, all this intricate dance, this symphony of collaboration, requires a conductor, a messenger, a lightning-fast network of communication. This brings us to nervous tissue, the most complex and perhaps the most mysterious of all. This is the tissue that allows you to think, to feel, to perceive, to remember, and to react. It is the very seat of your consciousness, the intricate web that processes the torrent of information constantly streaming from your senses and orchestrates your body's responses. Nervous tissue is primarily composed of two major cell types, neurons and glial cells. Neurons are the stars of the show, the communicators. These remarkable cells possess specialized structures, dendrites to receive signals and axons to transmit them, forming an elaborate interconnected network that spans your entire body. They transmit electrical and chemical signals with astonishing speed, allowing for instantaneous communication between distant parts of your anatomy. Imagine a vast internal internet, far more complex and efficient than any human invention, where billions of signals flash and interact every second. The glial cells, though often overlooked, are the unsung heroes, providing support, nourishment, and protection to the delicate neurons. They are the caretakers, the facilitators, ensuring the optimal environment for neural activity, much like a meticulous crew maintains a sophisticated control center. Through this intricate interplay of neurons and glia, nervous tissue forms the brain, the spinal cord, and the vast network of nerves that permeate every inch of you, integrating every sensation, every thought, every movement into a cohesive, conscious experience. It is the grand orchestrator, the central processing unit, the very essence of your awareness. From these four fundamental tissue types, epithelial, connective, muscle, and nervous, we ascend another level of astonishing organization, the organs. An organ is not merely a collection of cells or even a single tissue type. It is a complex structure composed of at least two, and often all four, primary tissues working together in concert to perform a specific vital function. Consider your heart, for example. It possesses a lining of epithelial tissue, a robust wall of cardiac muscle, a framework of connective tissue, and an intricate network of nervous tissue to regulate its rhythmic contractions. All these tissues collaborate, each playing its essential part to ensure the heart efficiently pumps blood throughout your body. Or think of your stomach. Epithelial cells line its inner surface, secreting digestive juices. Smooth muscle churns and mixes food. Connective tissue provides structural support, and nervous tissue regulates its digestive processes. Organs then are the specialized workshops, the dedicated departments within the grand factory of your being, each performing a unique and indispensable task. And these organs, in turn, do not work in isolation. They are the instruments in a grand orchestra, each playing its part, but truly creating music only when they unite into organ systems. The digestive system, for instance, is a magnificent collaboration of organs: the mouth, esophagus, stomach, intestines, liver, pancreas, all working together to break down food, absorb nutrients, and eliminate waste. The circulatory system, with the heart, blood vessels, and blood, ensures that every cell receives what it needs and every waste product is carried away. The nervous system, encompassing the brain, spinal cord, and nerves, is the ultimate coordinator, ensuring seamless communication and integrated function across all other systems. What an exquisite paradox! that from the simplicity of a single ancient cell, a universe of such profound complexity and interconnectedness can emerge. Your body is not a mere collection of parts, but a living, breathing symphony, where tissues form organs, and organs unite into systems, all in a continuous collaborative dance. Each level of organization builds upon the last, adding layers of function, resilience, and adaptability, culminating in the sentient being that is you. We stand in awe of this grand architecture, this testament to billions of years of evolutionary refinement, a quiet miracle unfolding within you, right now, in this very moment. In our next contemplation, we will begin to explore these magnificent organ systems in greater detail, unraveling the threads of their individual contributions to the tapestry of life. We will not rush, for such wonders deserve our patient, reverent attention. Having explored the foundational cellular tapestry and the grand architectural principles that organize life into tissues, organs, and systems, we now stand at the threshold of a deeper journey. We have observed the symphony from a distance, appreciating its complex structure. Now, let us draw closer to listen to the individual movements, to feel the vibrations of each instrument. We begin, as any grand edifice must, with its very framework. Consider, if you will, the silent strength that holds you upright at this very moment, defying the relentless pull of gravity. It is a strength born of ancient wisdom, a testament to eons of evolution, quietly underpinning every gesture, every breath, every beat of your heart. We speak, of course, of the skeletal system, the magnificent scaffolding upon which your very being is constructed. Often, we perceive bones as inert, lifeless structures, perhaps the remnants of a life once lived. But this is a profound misunderstanding, a veil drawn over a vibrant, dynamic truth. Your bones are not mere dry relics. They are living, breathing tissues, constantly remodeling themselves, adapting, and responding to the subtle whispers of your body's needs. Imagine, if you will, a vast, intricate coral reef, perpetually growing and receding, its form shaped by the currents and the life it sustains. Such are your bones. Each bone, from the smallest ossicle nestled in your ear to the longest femur in your leg, is a masterpiece of biological engineering. It is composed of a delicate yet robust matrix, a beautiful dance between the flexibility of collagen fibers, like the finest, strongest silk threads, and the mineralized rigidity of calcium phosphate, a crystalline strength that gives bone its formidable hardness. This elegant partnership grants bones their unique ability to withstand immense pressure while possessing a surprising degree of resilience. They are, in essence, living mineral gardens, continuously tended by specialized cells. These cellular architects are truly remarkable. Osteoblasts are the builders, meticulously laying down new bone tissue, like skilled masons crafting a wall. Their counterparts, the osteoclasts, are the sculptors, gently dissolving old or damaged bone, clearing the path for renewal, ensuring that your skeletal framework remains optimally strong and light. This constant, exquisite ballet of creation and reabsorption known as bone remodeling means that your skeleton is never truly static. It is a continuously evolving structure, completely renewing itself approximately every 10 years. This current, tireless work allows your bones to mend themselves after injury, to adapt to new stresses, and to maintain a vital reservoir of minerals for the entire body. The functions of this internal framework extend far beyond mere support. Your skeleton is a protector, a vigilant guardian. Your skull, a dome of remarkable strength, cradles the delicate universe of your brain. Your rib cage, an elegant flexible cage, shields the rhythmic heart and the expansive lungs, allowing them to perform their life-sustaining work in relative safety. It is also the essential partner in her movement. Bones serve as the levers upon which your muscles exert their force, transforming subtle contractions into grand gestures, into the grace of a dancer, the power of a runner, the gentle touch of a hand. Without this sturdy framework, your muscles would have no anchor, no purchase, and you would remain a formless collection of tissues. Beyond these visible roles, your bones perform vital unseen duties. They are the body's primary mineral reservoir, particularly for calcium and phosphorus, crucial elements for nerve function, muscle contraction, and countless other metabolic processes. When blood calcium levels dip, these minerals are drawn from the bone, ensuring the body's delicate internal balance is maintained. And deep within the quiet hollows of certain bones, within the soft, rich red bone marrow, lies another miracle, the birthplace of your blood cells. Here, hematopoietic stem cells tirelessly generate the red blood cells that carry oxygen, the white blood cells that defend against invaders, and the platelets that staunch bleeding. Your skeleton, then, is not just a framework, it is a vital organ system in its own right, a veritable factory of life. Now let us turn our attention to the exquisite points of articulation, the marvellous junctions where bones meet, the bone joints. These are not rigid connections, but rather sites of elegant compromise designed for motion. Imagine the intricate mechanics of a clock, where each gear meshes perfectly with the next, allowing for smooth, precise movement. Your joints are even more remarkable. There are many types, each tailored for specific needs. The hinge joints of your knees and elbows allow for powerful flexion and extension, like the opening and closing of a door. The ball and socket joints of your hips and shoulders offer a breathtaking range of rotational and circular movement, allowing you to reach, to twist, to embrace. Within these joints, a thin layer of resilient or articular cartilage acts as a smooth shock-absorbing cushion, preventing bone from grinding against bone. And within many of these joints, a specialized synovial fluid bathes the surfaces, a silken lubricant that reduces friction to an astonishing degree, allowing for years of effortless motion. This entire system, from the smallest molecular interaction to the grandest anatomical structure, is a testament to nature's profound ingenuity. But how, you might ask, does this elegant framework come to life? How does it move? How does it gesture? How does it allow us to navigate the world? This brings us to the muscular system, the tireless engine that gives form and intention to our skeletal design. If the bones provide the stage, the muscles perform the dance. Muscles are the movers and shakers of your body, the silent workhorses and the powerful performers. We spoke briefly of muscle tissue in our last gathering, but let us now delve deeper into its profound capabilities. There are 3 distinct types, each with its own vital role in the symphony of your being. First, there is skeletal muscle, the tissue most readily associated with movement. These are the muscles you consciously control, attached to your bones by strong silken cords called condyloid tendons. They are responsible for every intentional action, walking, lifting, speaking, even the subtle expressions that play across your face. Under a microscope, skeletal muscle cells appear striated, striped with a beautiful organized pattern, reflecting the precise alignment of their contractile proteins. They are, in essence, the orchestra conductor of your voluntary actions. Then there is cardiac muscle, a truly unique and tireless tissue found exclusively in the walls of your heart. It is also striated, like skeletal muscle, but it possesses an extraordinary quality. It is involuntary. You do not consciously command your heart to beat. It maintains its own relentless, life-sustaining rhythm, a pulse that began before your birth and will continue, unwavering until your last breath. Cardiac muscle cells are interconnected in a complex branching network, allowing electrical signals to spread rapidly and ensure a coordinated, powerful contraction with every beat. It is the unyielding rhythm keeper, the perpetual motion machine at your core. And finally, we have the smooth muscle. This tissue is found in the walls of your internal organs, your digestive tract, blood vessels, bladder, and airways. Unlike skeletal and cardiac muscle, it lacks the striped appearance and is entirely involuntary. Smooth muscle performs the silent work of internal regulation, propelling food through your intestines, regulating blood pressure by constricting or dilating blood vessels, and adjusting the size of your pupils in response to light. It is the silent workhorse, maintaining the delicate internal environment without any conscious input from you. Let us return our focus to skeletal muscle, for it is the direct partner to the bones in creating movement. Each skeletal muscle is a bundle of bundles, a marvel of hierarchical organization. Within a muscle you find fascicles, which are bundles of muscle fibers. Each muscle fiber is, in fact, a single, elongated muscle cell, a microscopic powerhouse. And within each of these cells are even finer threads called myofibrils, which are composed of repeating units known as sarcomeres. It is within these sarcomeres that the true magic of contraction unfolds. Imagine countless microscopic filaments, like two sets of intertwined fingers. One set, the thicker myosin filaments, has tiny heads that reach out. The other set, the thinner actin filaments, provides the track. When a signal arrives from your nervous system, an exquisite molecular ballet begins. The myosin heads attached to the actin filaments pivot and then detach, pulling the actin filaments closer together. This is not a single grand pull, but 1,000 tiny hands pulling in unison. A rapid, synchronized cycle of attachment, pivot, and release. As these sarcomeres shorten, the myofibrils shorten, the muscle fibers shorten, and the entire muscle contracts, generating force. This intricate dance, this precise sliding filament mechanism, requires an immense and continuous supply of energy. Here, we circle back to our earliest discussions, the mitochondria. Those cellular powerhouses we first encountered are working tirelessly within your muscle cells, converting glucose and oxygen into ATP, the universal energy currency. Every step you take, every word you utter, every blink of your eye is fueled by this constant silent generation of energy. The connection between muscle and bone is mediated by those strong, resilient tendons. These are not mere ropes. They are sophisticated connective tissues designed to transmit the powerful forces generated by muscle contraction to the skeletal levers with incredible efficiency and precision. They are the strong, silken cords that translate the muscle's effort into the body's motion. And often, muscles work in antagonistic pairs. A beautiful, balanced struggle that allows for controlled and nuanced movement. Consider your biceps and triceps in your arm. When your biceps contracts, your arm bends. When your triceps contracts, your arm straightens. One muscle pulls, while its partner relaxes and lengthens, allowing for smooth, controlled motion rather than jerky, uncontrolled movements. This delicate interplay is a constant, unconscious negotiation, a testament to the body's profound capacity for self-regulation and coordination. So we see them now, not as separate entities, but as an inseparable partnership. The skeletal system, providing the robust, adaptable framework, the stable anchors, and the protective sensing, and the muscular system, providing the dynamic force, the elegant movement, and the tireless engine. Together they allow you to stand against the wind, to reach for the stars, to walk your chosen path, to express the rich tapestry of human emotion through gesture and posture. They are the ancient architects of your form, the silent poets of your motion, allowing you to interact with the world in a myriad of ways, from the most delicate touch to the most powerful leap. Feel for a moment the subtle power within your own body, the quiet strength of your bones, the readiness of your muscles. This foundational partnership is a continuous living miracle, allowing you to navigate your physical existence with grace, resilience, and an astonishing capacity for movement. It is a profound testament to the intricate beauty and interconnectedness of life, a dance that has been perfected over billions of years, playing out within you at this very moment. And so we have seen the magnificent scaffold of bone, ever-changing and enduring, providing form and protection. We have marvelled at the tireless engines of muscle, contracting with exquisite precision, giving our skeleton its voice in motion. They are partners, yes, an inseparable duo, enabling us to navigate the tangible world, to lift, to walk, to embrace. But what, we ask ourselves, orchestrates this grand ballet? What whispers the command for a hand to reach, a thought to form, a memory to bloom? What translates the brush of a gentle breeze into a sensation, or the warmth of the sun into a feeling of peace? This, dear friends, brings us to the very crucible of our experience, the intricate web that connects every cell, every tissue, every organ into the singular unified phenomenon that is you. We speak now of the nervous system. Imagine, if you will, a vast, luminous network woven through every fibre of your being, a silent symphony of electrical impulses and chemical messengers, ceaselessly transmitting information at breathtaking speed. This is not merely a collection of wires. It is a living, breathing supercomputer, constantly processing, interpreting, and responding, transforming raw data into perception, intention, into action. It is the master conductor of your internal universe, the silent architect of your consciousness. We begin our exploration with its grand divisions. At the heart of this intricate empire lies the central nervous system, CNS, comprising the brain and the spinal cord. Consider first the brain, a soft, convoluted mass, cradled within the protective fortress of your skull. It is perhaps the most complex structure in the known universe, a universe folded within itself. Here, consciousness flickers into being, thoughts take flight, memories are etched, and emotions surge and recede like tides. It is the seat of reason, creativity, and identity, the very wellspring of your unique perspective and existence. Within its folds, billions upon billions of specialized cells engage in a ceaseless dialogue, forming connections more numerous than stars in a galaxy. Each lobe, each region, plays a vital role. The frontal lobe for planning and personality, the parietal for sensation and spatial awareness, the temporal for memory and hearing, the occipital for vision. And deep within, structures like the limbic system govern our primal emotions, while the cerebellum fine-tunes our movements, ensuring grace and balance. The brain is not merely a processor, it is a creator, building the reality we perceive, shaping our dreams, and allowing us to ponder the very nature of our own existence. Descending from this magnificent command center is the spinal cord, a thick cable-like structure extending down your back, encased within the protective column of your vertebrae. Think of it as the ultimate information superhighway, a two-way conduit for signals traveling between the brain and the rest of the body. Sensory information, the touch of a feather, the heat of a flame, the ache of a tired muscle, races up the spinal cord to the brain for interpretation. And in turn, motor commands, the impulse to withdraw a hand, to step forward, to speak a word, stream down from the brain, exiting the spinal cord to reach their designated muscles and glands. It is a tireless messenger, ensuring that every part of your body is in constant instantaneous communication with the central command. Branching out from the CNS, reaching into every corner, every nook and cranny of your body is the peripheral nervous system, PNS. These are the countless nerves that extend like delicate living tendrils to your limbs, your organs, your skin, your every cell. The PNS acts as the eyes, ears and hands of the CNS, gathering information from the external world and the internal environment, and then executing the brain's directives. Within the PNS, we find two primary divisions. The sensory or afferent division is the path in. These nerves are the intrepid explorers, constantly monitoring your surroundings and your internal state. They translate light waves into vision, sound waves into hearing, chemical molecules into taste and smell, and pressure, temperature, and pain into tactile sensations. They are the diligent reporters, sending a constant stream of vital information back to the CNS, allowing you to perceive, to react, to simply be aware. Conversely, the motor or efferent division is the path out. These nerves carry commands from the CNS to your muscles and glands, dictating action. This division itself has two branches. The somatic nervous system is our realm of conscious control. It is the system that allows you to voluntarily contract a skeletal muscle, to write a letter, to kick a ball, to wave hello. It is the direct link between your will and your movement, the mechanism by which your thoughts become physical actions. Then there is the autonomic nervous system, the silent, tireless guardian of your internal world, operating entirely beyond your conscious awareness. This system regulates all the involuntary processes essential for life: your heartbeat, your breathing, your digestion, the dilation of your pupils, the secretion of hormones. It is further divided into two complementary forces: the sympathetic nervous system, which prepares your body for fight or flight, increasing heart rate, dilating airways, diverting blood to muscles in times of stress or danger, and its gentle counterpart, the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes rest and digest, slowing the heart, stimulating digestion, conserving energy when you are calm and safe. Together, they maintain a delicate, dynamic balance, ensuring your internal equilibrium amidst the ever-changing demands of life. At the very core of this astonishing communication network are the specialized cells known as neurons. These are the fundamental units of the nervous system, the living wires that carry the electrical and chemical messages. Imagine them as delicate, branching trees, each with a central cell body, an array of root-like extensions called dendrites that receive incoming signals, and a long, slender trunk called an axon that transmits signals away. At the end of the axon, tiny branches called synaptic terminals release chemical messengers into the synaptic cleft, the microscopic gap between neurons. When a neuron is stimulated, it generates a brief electrical impulse known as an action potential that races down its axon with incredible speed, much like a tiny spark travelling along a wire. Upon reaching the synaptic terminal, this electrical signal triggers the release of specialized chemicals called neurotransmitters. These molecular messengers, like serotonin, dopamine, acetylcholine, then diffuse across the synaptic cleft, binding to specific receptors on the dendrites or cell body of the next neuron, either exciting it to fire its own impulse or inhibiting it from doing so. This intricate dance of electrical pulses and chemical keys unlocking cellular gates is the language of your nervous system, the very foundation of thought, feeling, and action. And let us not forget the unsung heroes of the nervous system, the glial cells. Far outnumbering neurons, these supportive cells are not mere bystanders. They are the diligent caregivers, providing structural support, supplying nutrients, removing waste products, and even forming the crucial myelin sheath. A fatty insulation that wraps around many axons, dramatically increasing the speed and efficiency of nerve impulse transmission. Without these vital support cells, the delicate neurons could not function, and the magnificent symphony of the nervous system would fall silent. So consider the profound implications of this system, from the simplest reflex, the instantaneous withdrawal of your hand from a hot surface, a lightning-fast communication loop between sensory nerves, spinal cord, and motor nerves, to the most complex thought, the deepest emotion, the creation of a masterpiece. It is all orchestrated by this ceaseless, intricate flow of information. Your ability to learn, to adapt, to remember, to dream, to connect with the world around you, and to introspect upon the world within you, arises from this silent, ceaseless storm of electrical whispers and chemical cascades. This nervous system, in its astounding complexity and unfathomable capacity, truly defines our experience. It is the bridge between our inner self and the outer world, the interpreter of sensation, the architect of our responses, and the very essence of our conscious being. We see then how the commands for our muscular movements, the sensations from our joints and bones, are all channeled through this incredible network. It is a system of such profound wonder that we could spend lifetimes simply contemplating its mysteries. As we move forward, allowing this understanding to settle within us, we will begin to explore how this master controller interacts with the systems that provide it with the very fuel and resources it needs to sustain this ceaseless work. For just as the brain needs to communicate, it also needs to be nourished, to breathe, and to be cleansed. And that, dear friends, is a story for our next contemplation. If the nervous system is the master conductor, the exquisite architect of thought and sensation, then how does this magnificent symphony sustain itself? How does this living supercomputer, with its billions of neurons firing in a breathtaking dance, receive the continuous flow of energy, the vital breath, the essential nutrients it demands to function? And how, in turn, does it distribute its commands, its urgings, its very lifeblood to the farthest reaches of its vast empire? This, dear friends, brings us to the body's fundamental systems of provision and transport, the intricate pathways that feed the flame, that carry the very essence of existence to every single cell. We begin, as we must, with the body's grand internal river, its tireless circulatory system. Imagine, if you will, a network so vast that if laid end to end, its vessels would encircle the earth multiple times. This is no mere plumbing, it is a dynamic self-regulating highway system, a crimson current carrying life's sustenance and collecting its refuse, all orchestrated by a single, unwavering beat at its core. At the heart of this magnificent network lies the heart itself, a marvel of muscle, An unwavering drum, a sacred pump that never truly rests from the moment it stirs into life within the womb until the very last breath. Consider its dedication. Approximately 100,000 times a day, 35 million times a year, it contracts and relaxes, propelling some 2,000 gallons of blood through your intricate vascular labyrinth. Feel for a moment the rhythmic thrum beneath your own ribs. It is not just a beat, it is the pulse of life, a testament to relentless, vital energy. This muscular organ, roughly the size of your clenched fist, is a paradox of strength and delicate precision. We find within it 4 chambers, 2 atria receiving blood and 2 ventricles pumping it out, separated by one-way valves that ensure the blood flows ever forward, never backward in a perfectly synchronized dance. The right side of the heart gathers deoxygenated blood, heavy with the metabolic byproducts of cellular work, from the body's periphery and sends it on a short, essential journey to the lungs. The left side, invigorated by the fresh, oxygen-rich blood returning from those same lungs, then propels this life-giving elixir with immense force to every other cell, every tissue, every organ, ensuring that no corner of your inner universe is left wanting. It is a dual pump, working in perfect, elegant synchronicity, a testament to nature's profound engineering. From this central engine, the blood embarks upon its journey through a hierarchical network of vessels. First, the arteries, robust and elastic like the major highways leaving a bustling city, carrying oxygenated blood away from the heart. They pulse with each beat, their walls thick and resilient, designed to withstand the high pressure of the heart's powerful contractions. As they branch and rebranch, becoming smaller and smaller, they transform into arterioles, the local roads that deliver blood to specific neighborhoods of cells. And then we arrive at the true marvel of the circulatory system, the capillaries. These are the microscopic byways, so incredibly fine that red blood cells must often pass through them in single file. Yet it is within these delicate, gossamer-thin vessels, a mere single cell thick, that the true magic of exchange occurs. Here at the cellular doorstep, oxygen and nutrients, like benevolent gifts, diffuse out of the blood and into the surrounding tissues. Simultaneously, carbon dioxide and other metabolic wastes, like hushed requests for removal, diffuse from the tissues back into the blood. It is a silent, ceaseless negotiation, a constant giving and receiving, vital to the survival of every living cell. Imagine billions of tiny porous tunnels, each a bustling marketplace of exchange, feeding the very fabric of your being. After this vital transaction, the now deoxygenated blood, enriched with waste products, begins its journey home. The capillaries merge to form venules, which then coalesce into larger veins. These are the return routes, the calmer rivers flowing back to the heart, their walls thinner and less muscular than arteries, often equipped with valves to prevent the backflow of blood as it defies gravity on its ascent. The muscles surrounding them, contracting with your every movement, act as auxiliary pumps, gently squeezing the blood along its path. This intricate web of arteries, capillaries and veins is not merely a passive plumbing system. It is a living, responsive transport network, constantly adjusting blood flow based on the immediate needs of your body, a dynamic conversation between supply and demand. And what flows within these vessels? Blood itself. A fluid so rich in metaphor and meaning, often considered the very essence of life. It is far more than a simple liquid. It is a complex, living tissue. Approximately 55% of its volume is plasma, a straw-coloured fluid, mostly water, but teeming with dissolved proteins, hormones, nutrients, and waste products. It is the riverbed upon which all else travels. Suspended within this plasma are the cellular components. First, the red blood cells, or erythrocytes. These are the tireless oxygen carriers, small biconcave discs, devoid of a nucleus in their mature form, allowing them to carry more of the vital protein hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, with its iron core, is what gives blood its characteristic crimson hue and its remarkable ability to bind oxygen in the lungs and release it to the tissues. Imagine billions of tiny, dedicated porters, each rushing to deliver precious cargo to every demanding cell. Then the white blood cells, or leukocytes, the body's vigilant defenders. These are the immune system's roving patrols, diverse in form and function, constantly searching for and neutralizing invaders, bacteria, viruses, foreign particles, and clearing away cellular debris. They are the silent guardians, the protectors of your inner realm. Finally, the platelets, or thrombocytes, tiny cell fragments crucial for blood clotting. Should a vessel be breached, these nimble responders rush to the site, forming a plug to staunch the flow, preventing precious blood from escaping. They are the body's emergency repair crew, ever ready to mend and seal. This entire circulatory system, from the powerful beat of the heart to the microscopic exchange in the capillaries, is under the constant subtle influence of the nervous system. The autonomic nervous system, that unseen hand, adjusts heart rate, constricts or dilates blood vessels, ensuring that blood flow is precisely regulated to meet changing demands, whether you are sprinting or sleeping, digesting a meal or deep in contemplation. It is a testament to the profound interconnectedness we continue to explore. Yet this magnificent transport system, so efficient in distributing sustenance, requires something fundamental to nourish the cells themselves: oxygen, and to shed the gaseous waste of cellular metabolism: carbon dioxide. This brings us to the power respiratory system, the elegant partner to the circulatory system, the gateway through which the outer world directly interacts with your inner sanctum. Consider the act of breathing, so mundane, so automatic, yet so utterly profound. Each inhalation is an invitation, a drawing in of the very atmosphere that envelops our planet. Each exhalation is a release, a letting go. This continuous exchange, this delicate dance of gases, is the work of your respiratory system. The journey of air begins through the just nasal cavity, or mouth, where it is warmed, humidified, and filtered of impurities before proceeding down the pharynx, throat, and larynx, voice box. From there it enters the trachea, a sturdy tube reinforced with rings of cartilage, ensuring it remains open like a central highway. The trachea then branches into two main bronchi, one leading to each lung, which further subdivide into smaller and smaller bronchioles, like the branches of an ancient intricate tree reaching deep into the delicate spongy tissue of the lungs. And at the very tips of these bronchial branches, we find the true marvels of gas exchange, the alveolar. Imagine millions upon millions of tiny, delicate air sacs, clustered like grapes, forming a vast internal landscape within your lungs. If flattened out, the total surface area of your alveoli would cover a tennis court. This immense surface, incredibly thin, often just one cell thick, is the crucial interface where life-sustaining oxygen is absorbed and metabolic waste carbon dioxide is released. Each alveolus is intricately enmeshed in a dense network of capillaries, the same microscopic vessels we encountered in the circulatory system. Here, the blood, having returned from its journey through the body, is rich in carbon dioxide and poor in oxygen. The air you have just inhaled, conversely, is rich in oxygen and poor in carbon dioxide. Nature, in its elegant simplicity, allows diffusion to do its work. Oxygen, sensing its lower concentration in the blood, effortlessly passes across the alveolar and capillary walls into the bloodstream, where it quickly binds to the hemoglobin in red blood cells. Simultaneously, carbon dioxide, sensing its higher concentration in the blood, diffuses from the capillaries into the alveoli, ready to be exhaled. This constant silent transfer is powered by the rhythmic mechanics of breathing. Below your lungs lies the diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle that, along with the intercostal muscles between your ribs, performs the tireless work of respiration. When you inhale, the diaphragm contracts and flattens, and the intercostal muscles pull your rib cage upward and outward, increasing the volume of your chest cavity. This creates a pressure differential, drawing air inward. When you exhale, these muscles relax, the chest cavity decreases in volume, and air is gently pushed out. It is a beautifully simple yet profoundly effective pump working without conscious thought, unless you choose to direct it. The nervous system, once again, is the silent choreographer of this vital ballet. The brainstem, that ancient primal part of your brain, continuously monitors the levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide in your blood, adjusting the rate and depth of your breathing to maintain a perfect life-sustaining balance. It is a constant feedback loop, an internal conversation ensuring that every cell receives its vital breath. So we see how these two systems, the cardiovascular and the respiratory, are not merely adjacent but utterly interwoven, two halves of a singular, indispensable partnership. The lungs bring the atmospheric breath into the body, and the heart and its vessels distribute that breath, along with all other essential nutrients, to every living cell, while simultaneously collecting the wastes. They are the body's delivery and waste management services, operating in seamless, continuous harmony. We are witnessing, in the quiet space of this dreamy academy, the profound beauty of collaboration. The brain, the nervous system, sends its commands and receives its sensory input, but it is entirely reliant on these tireless transporters and gas exchangers to fuel its profound activity. Consider the sheer volume of work, the meticulous precision, the unwavering dedication of these systems, operating beneath the surface of our awareness, yet defining our very capacity to think, to feel, to move, to be. They are a testament to the ingenious design of life, a continuous, quiet miracle unfolding within us, moment by precious moment. We will not rush this understanding, for it is in this patient contemplation that we truly begin to appreciate the wonder of our own intricate, living form. We have journeyed together through the intricate pathways of structure and movement, the swift currents of communication, and the vital ebb and flow of air and blood. We have observed how the skeletal frame offers its steadfast support, how muscles weave the tapestry of motion, how the nervous system conducts its grand symphony of thought and sensation, and how the heart and lungs conspire to deliver life's very essence to every waiting cell. Even with this magnificent network of transport and control, a fundamental question remains. From where do the building blocks, the fuel for this ceaseless activity, truly come? How does this self-sustaining universe within you acquire its sustenance, and just as crucially, how does it maintain its pristine balance by elegantly discarding that which no longer serves? Today we turn our gaze to the body's quiet alchemists, the systems responsible for transforming the external world into the very fabric of your being, and for refining your inner landscape with meticulous care. We speak of the digestive system, the grand internal garden where sustenance is cultivated, and the urinary system, the silent guardians that filter and maintain the delicate equilibrium of your internal seas. Imagine, if you will, stepping into a vast, intricate processing plant, one that operates with an efficiency and precision far beyond any human design. This is your digestive system, a winding river of transformation stretching from the moment food touches your lips to its final exit. Its purpose is profound: to dismantle the complex structures of food, the vibrant greens, the hearty grains, the rich proteins, into their simplest, most usable forms, and then to absorb these precious molecules into the bloodstream, where they can be carried to every cell, every tissue, every bustling metropolis within you. The journey begins not with a grand fanfare, but with a simple yet profound act: the opening of the mouth. Here, the mechanical artistry of your teeth, guided by the powerful muscles of your jaw, begins the process of mastication, breaking down larger food particles into more manageable pieces. Simultaneously, the salivary glands release their clear enzymatic fluid. This is where the chemical dance truly commences, as enzymes like amylase begin to cleaving starches, whispering the first secrets of breakdown. Consider the elegance of this initial step: a moistening, a softening, a preliminary unravelling, preparing the morsel for its deeper voyage. From the mouth, the softened bolus travels through the pharynx and into the esophagus, a muscular tube that does not rely on gravity, but on a mesmerizing wave of coordinated muscular contractions known as peristalsis. Picture this: a gentle rhythmic squeeze, pushing the food along much like a skilled gardener coaxes water through a hose. It is an involuntary ballet, ensuring that whether you are standing upright or even suspended upside down, your sustenance reliably makes its descent. The esophagus delivers its cargo to the stomach, a remarkable, expandable sac that serves as both a churning mixer and a potent chemical reactor. Here, the walls of the stomach release hydrochloric acid, a substance strong enough to dissolve steel, yet carefully contained to break down proteins and neutralize many harmful microorganisms. Alongside this formidable acid, enzymes like pepsin are unleashed, continuing the intricate work of protein digestion. The stomach muscles, arranged in layers, rhythmically contract and relax, vigorously churning the food, transforming it into a thick, acidic liquid known as chyme. It is a crucible of transformation, preparing the raw materials for their most critical stage of absorption. But the true heart of nutrient absorption lies within the small intestine, a coiled marvel stretching many feet in length, yet only an inch or so in diameter. This is where the digestive symphony reaches its crescendo. As the chyme enters this remarkable organ, it is met by a confluence of digestive juices. The pancreas, an unsung hero, releases a potent cocktail of enzymes: amylases for carbohydrates, lipases for fats, proteases for proteins, along with bicarbonate to neutralize the stomach acid, creating an optimal environment for digestion. The liver, a metabolic titan we shall explore more deeply in a future chapter, contributes bile, produced within its vast cellular laboratories and stored in the gallbladder. Bile is not an enzyme but a crucial emulsifier, breaking down large fat globules into smaller ones, making them accessible to the lipids. The inner surface of the small intestine is a landscape of extraordinary beauty and efficiency. It is not smooth but folded into countless macroscopic pleats, which are themselves covered in millions of tiny finger-like projections called villi, and each of these villi in turn is adorned with even tinier, microscopic projections called microvilli. This architectural marvel creates an immense surface area, equivalent to a tennis court all packed within your abdomen. It is across this delicate and highly selective membrane that the digested nutrients, the simple sugars, the amino acids, the fatty acids, the vitamins and minerals, are absorbed into the bloodstream and lymphatic system, ready to fuel the body's every demand. From this bustling marketplace of absorption, the remaining indigestible material, primarily water and waste products, passes into the large intestine. Here, the final acts of the digestive drama unfold. Water is reabsorbed, firming up the remaining matter into feces, and critically, the large intestine hosts a vibrant, teeming ecosystem of trillions of bacteria, your own inner garden, your microbiome. These symbiotic residents play an invaluable role, breaking down some remaining indigestible fibers, synthesizing certain vitamins, and influencing aspects of your immune system and even your mood. It is a reminder of the profound interconnectedness of life, even within the confines of your own body. Finally, the waste is stored in the rectum until it is eliminated from the body through the anus, completing this incredible journey of transformation and renewal. The digestive system, though often relegated to the background of our conscious awareness, is a testament to the body's ingenuity. It is a continuous, exquisitely regulated process, influenced by the nervous system. Think of the growl of hunger, or the relaxation after a meal. Nourished by the circulatory system, which delivers nutrients to its cells and carries away the absorbed bounty. And orchestrated by a symphony of hormones and enzymes. It is a system of profound generosity, taking what is external and making it internal, making it you, yet the constant influx of nutrients and the ceaseless metabolic activity of your cells also generate waste products. Just as a vibrant city needs an efficient waste management system to thrive, so too does your body require a sophisticated mechanism for purification and balance. This brings us to the urinary system, the body's tireless alchemists, the master chemists that maintain the precise composition of your internal fluids. At the heart of this system lie the kidneys, two bean-shaped organs nestled beneath your ribs, often underestimated in their profound importance. They are, in essence, the body's most sophisticated filtration plants, constantly processing every drop of blood, not merely to remove waste, but to meticulously regulate water balance, electrolyte levels, blood pressure, and acid-base balance. They are the guardians of your internal milieu, ensuring that the conditions are always just right for life to flourish. Consider the sheer volume of their work. Every day, your kidneys filter approximately 80 litres of blood plasma, an astonishing feat of biological engineering. From this vast volume, they produce only about 1 to 2 litres of urine, a testament to their remarkable ability to reabsorb vital substances back into the bloodstream. The functional units of the kidney are millions of microscopic structures called nephrons. Each nephron is a miniature self-contained processing factory, a marvel of precision engineering. Blood laden with waste enters the nephron, where it encounters a specialized capillary bed called the glomerulus. Here, under pressure, water and small solutes, salts, glucose, amino acids, urea and other waste products, are forced out of the blood and into a surrounding capsule, forming a fluid called filtrate. This is the first critical step. Glomerular filtration, a non-selective process that removes nearly everything except blood cells and large proteins. From the glomerulus, the filtrate embarks on a complex journey through a series of winding tubules. This is where the magic of selective reabsorption and secretion truly unfolds. In the tubular reabsorption phase, the body reclaims what it needs. Imagine tiny, intelligent cellular pumps and channels diligently sifting through the filtrate, rescuing precious water molecules, every single glucose molecule, essential amino acids, and vital ions like sodium, potassium, and calcium, returning them to the bloodstream. It is a meticulous treasure hunt, ensuring that nothing valuable is lost. Simultaneously, in the tubular secretion phase, the nephron actively removes additional waste products and excess ions from the blood and secretes them into the filtrate. This is how the body fine-tunes the composition of the urine, expelling substances like excess potassium, hydrogen ions to maintain pH balance, certain drugs and metabolic byproducts that were not initially filtered. The result of this intricate dance of filtration, reabsorption, and secretion is a carefully crafted solution of metabolic wastes, excess water, and ions. This urine then flows from the kidneys through two muscular tubes called ureters, which use peristaltic waves to transport it to the urinary bladder, a remarkable expandable reservoir. The bladder stores the urine until it reaches a certain volume, at which point signals are sent to the brain, prompting the urge to urinate. Finally, the urine is expelled from the body through the urethra, completing the cycle of purification. The urinary system is not merely a waste disposal unit. It is a profound regulator of homeostasis, the body's ability to maintain stable internal conditions. Its work is intimately linked with the cardiovascular system, filtering blood, regulating blood pressure, the nervous system, controlling bladder function, and indeed every single cell that relies on a stable, clean internal environment to perform its duties. Without the constant vigilance of the kidneys, the delicate balance of your internal seas would quickly become toxic, rendering life unsustainable. As we conclude this exploration of provision and purification, let us pause to appreciate the profound synergy at play. The digestive system, with its grand assembly line of breakdown and absorption, provides the very fuel and building blocks for life. It is the generous provider, transforming the external world into internal sustenance. And the urinary system, with its quiet diligence and chemical mastery, meticulously cleanses the inner landscape, maintaining the pristine conditions necessary for all other systems to thrive. Together, these systems speak to a fundamental truth of life, a continuous dynamic exchange with the environment, a ceaseless process of taking in, transforming, utilizing, and releasing. They are not isolated mechanisms, but integral threads in the magnificent tapestry of your being, working in exquisite concert to sustain the quiet miracle that is you. We will not rush this understanding, for in their combined elegance we find yet another layer of wonder, another testament to the profound intelligence woven into every fibre of the human form. We have journeyed together through the intricate collaborative empire within you, tracing the swift electrical whispers of the nervous system and the tireless rhythmic pulse of the circulatory system. We have observed the elegant dance of gas exchange within the respiratory system, the meticulous alchemy of the digestive, and the profound purifying wisdom of the urinary system, each a masterpiece, together a living symphony. Yet even as we marvel at these overt expressions of life, there are deeper, quieter currents, systems of profound influence that orchestrate the very essence of your being, often unseen, yet ceaselessly at work. Consider, if you will, a different kind of communication, one not of rapid-fire impulses but of molecular messengers, carried on the gentle tides of your blood, reaching every cell with specific potent instructions. We speak now of the endocrine system, a network of glands scattered throughout your body, each a silent alchemist secreting tiny, powerful chemical keys we call hormones. If the nervous system is the body's instantaneous email network, the endocrine system is its carefully dispatched, long-lasting letter service, delivering messages that reshape entire cellular landscapes over minutes, hours, or even a lifetime. Imagine, for a moment, the pituitary gland nestled deep within the protective cradle of your skull, no larger than a pea, yet often hailed as the master gland. From this diminutive command center, a cascade of influence emanates. It does not act alone, but rather as a grand conductor, responding to the brain's subtle cues and, in turn, directing other endocrine glands to release their own specialized hormones. Its reach extends to your growth, your metabolism, your very response to stress, and the delicate balance of your internal waters. It is a testament to the profound power held within the smallest of structures, a quiet architect of your physical destiny. Nearby, in the gentle curve of your neck, lies the thyroid gland, shaped like a butterfly with outstretched wings. Its hormones, primarily thyroxine, are the quiet regulators of your metabolic furnace. They dictate the pace at which your cells convert nutrients into energy, influencing your body temperature, your heart rate, and even the sharpness of your thoughts. Too much, and life quickens to a frantic tempo. Too little, and the world seems to slow, shrouded in a gentle lethargy. It is a subtle, yet profound governor of your vitality, ensuring that your inner fire burns with just the right intensity. As we journey further, resting atop each kidney, we encounter the adrenal glands. Two small triangular sentinels. These are the glands of urgency, the orchestrators of your body's response to challenge and stress. When danger looms, or even when a demanding task requires your utmost focus, these glands surge with adrenaline and cortisol, potent hormones that prime your body for fight or flight. Your heart races, your senses sharpen, energy reserves are mobilized, and pain perception dulls. It is a primal ancient mechanism evolved over eons, allowing you to confront or evade threats, reminding us of the deep evolutionary wisdom embedded within our very cells. Yet in our modern world, these hormones also help us navigate the everyday stresses, providing the resilience to adapt and overcome. And then there is the pancreas, an elongated organ nestled behind your stomach, a dual-purpose marvel. While it plays a vital role in digestion, releasing enzymes to break down food, its endocrine function is equally critical. Within its tissues are specialized clusters of cells, the islets of Langerhans, which produce insulin and glucagon. These two hormones work in exquisite opposition, like the careful hands of a master tuner, to maintain the delicate equilibrium of your blood sugar. Insulin acts to lower blood glucose by allowing cells to absorb it for energy or storage, while glucagon raises it by signaling the liver to release stored glucose. This constant, precise calibration ensures a steady supply of fuel for your brain and muscles, a silent, ceaseless dance of balance that underpins your every thought and movement. These hormones, these molecular keys, travel through your bloodstream, seeking out specific locks, receptor proteins, on target cells. When a key fits its lock, it triggers a cascade of events within the cell, altering its function, its growth, or its activity. It is a system of profound specificity, where a single molecule can initiate a vast rearrangement, influencing not just individual cells but entire organs and ultimately your entire being. This intricate network of communication, though slower than the nervous system, offers a sustained, pervasive influence, shaping your mood, your growth, your sleep cycles, and the very rhythms of your life. It is a testament to the body's multi-layered intelligence, employing diverse strategies to maintain its exquisite internal harmony, its homeostasis, a concept we have encountered before with the urinary system, now seen through the lens of chemical messengers. The endocrine system truly is a master of internal balance, a silent conductor ensuring every section of your body's symphony plays in perfect synchronized accord through elegant feedback loops that adjust hormone levels with remarkable precision. Having delved into the deep internal orchestrations, let us now turn our attention outward to the magnificent living boundary that defines you, that cradles your inner universe and mediates your every interaction with the world. We speak of the integumentary system, your skin, hair and nails, a system far more complex and active than its seemingly simple role as a covering might suggest. It is not merely a passive barrier, but a dynamic, responsive organ, your body's largest, a vibrant tapestry that tells the story of your life. Imagine your skin not as a mere sheath, but as a vast, shimmering ocean constantly in motion, constantly renewing itself. It is a living canvas, stretched across the landscape of your form, intricately designed to protect, to sense, to regulate and to communicate. At its outermost edge lies the epidermis, your body's primary shield. It is a marvel of cellular engineering, a thin yet incredibly resilient layer composed predominantly of keratinocytes. These cells are born deep within the epidermis and embark on a slow upward migration, gradually filling with keratin, a tough fibrous protein, and flattening, forming a formidable waterproof barrier. By the time they reach the surface, they are dead, flattened scales, constantly shedding, replaced by the cells pushing up from below. This ceaseless renewal, this quiet sacrifice of billions of cells each day, ensures your protection against pathogens, against the harsh gaze of the sun, and against the constant threat of dehydration. Within this layer, too, reside the melanocytes, the cells that produce melanin, the pigment that gives your skin a unique hue and offers a vital defense against the sun's ultraviolet rays. Beneath this protective shield lies the dermis, a thicker, more robust layer, the very heart of your skin's vitality. Here, we find a rich, intricate matrix of collagen and elastin fibers, providing strength and elasticity, allowing your skin to stretch and recoil, to adapt to your every movement. This is where the true sensory world of your skin resides. Millions of nerve endings branch through the dermis, translating touch, pressure, vibration, temperature, and pain into the electrical language of your nervous system. It is through these tiny dedicated sensors that you experience the warmth of a sunbeam, the gentle caress of a breeze, the comforting pressure of a hug, or the sharp warning of a thorn. The dermis is also a bustling hub of activity, home to your hair follicles, each a tiny factory producing the keratinous strands that adorn your head and body, offering insulation and sensory input. Here too are the sebaceous glands, secreting sebum, a natural oil that moisturizes your skin and hair, keeping it supple and protected, and the sweat glands, hundreds of thousands of them, which release watery perspiration onto the surface, a crucial mechanism for cooling your body when internal temperatures rise, a testament to the body's precise thermoregulation. And finally, beneath the dermis, we find the hypodermis, or subcutaneous tissue, a layer primarily composed of adipose tissue, fat. This is not merely a passive store of energy, it serves as a vital insulator, helping to maintain your core body temperature, and as a protective cushion, absorbing impact and shielding your delicate internal organs from external forces. The integumentary system, then, is a testament to the body's genius for interface. It is your first line of defense, a dynamic thermoregulator, a sensory marvel, and a silent communicator. It synthesizes vitamin D when exposed to sunlight, a crucial nutrient for bone health, linking your external exposure to your internal skeletal strength. It is a system of constant adaptation and renewal, reflecting your internal state, bearing the marks of your experiences, from the flush of embarrassment to the intricate lines of age. Your skin is a living record, a profound and beautiful paradox, a boundary that connects you to the world, a shield that is exquisitely sensitive, a canvas that is constantly being repainted. We have only just begun to appreciate the profound intelligence woven into this outermost layer, and the silent chemical orchestrations that guide your very essence. Each system, each cell, each molecule, a universe unto itself, yet all woven into the magnificent interconnected tapestry that is you. We will not rush. There is so much more to uncover, more wonders to behold within this universe far closer than any distant star. We have journeyed through the body's magnificent outer boundary, the integumentary system, a living canvas of protection and sensation, and delved into the subtle, pervasive influence of the endocrine system with its symphony of hormones orchestrating internal harmony. Now we invite you to turn your gaze inward once more, into the quiet, often unseen yet utterly vital networks that tirelessly maintain the body's pristine internal landscape and stand as its ultimate guardians. Consider, if you will, a hidden river, a gentle whispering current flowing beneath the surface of our awareness, collecting the interstitial fluid that bathes every cell, every tissue, every corner of our vast internal cities. This is the lymphatic system, a marvel of biological engineering, a serene network that works in seamless partnership with the circulatory system, yet possesses its own unique and profound purpose. Imagine the intricate ballet of fluids within you. As blood courses through the capillaries, delivering oxygen and nutrients, some plasma inevitably seeps out into the spaces between cells, becoming interstitial fluid. This fluid is crucial, serving as the immediate environment for cellular exchange, yet it must be meticulously collected and returned to the bloodstream to prevent swelling and maintain proper blood volume. Here, the lymphatic system emerges as the body's elegant drainage and recycling network. We visualize it as a delicate shimmering web of lymphatic capillaries so fine they can penetrate almost every tissue, quietly absorbing this excess fluid. These capillaries merge into larger lymphatic vessels, equipped with one-way valves, much like the veins, ensuring the lymph, this clear pale fluid rich in proteins, fats and sometimes cellular debris, flows ever onward against gravity, propelled by the gentle contractions of surrounding muscles and the rhythmic pulse of nearby arteries. It is a slow, deliberate journey, a testament to the body's patient efficiency. Along these lymphatic pathways, strategically placed like small vigilant outposts, lie the lymph nodes. These are not mere junctions. They are bustling microscopic academies, teeming with specialized immune cells. Picture them as quiet clearinghouses, filtering stations where the lymph is meticulously scrutinized. Here, foreign particles, bacteria, viruses, and even abnormal cells are intercepted and presented to the resident immune cells, initiating a defense response. Each node, though tiny, is a nexus of intense surveillance, a testament to the body's unwavering commitment to purity and protection. But the lymphatic system's role extends beyond fluid management and surveillance. It is also a crucial pathway for the absorption of dietary fats. In the small intestine, specialized lymphatic capillaries, called lacteals, absorb fats and fat-soluble vitamins, bypassing the liver initially and transporting them directly into the bloodstream. This intricate bypass highlights the system's versatility, underscoring its multifaceted contribution to our overall well-being. Beyond the vessels and nodes, the lymphatic system encompasses several vital organs, each playing a distinct role in this grand internal defense. The spleen, a soft, fist-sized organ nestled beneath the ribcage, acts as a majestic filtering station for the blood itself. It removes old and damaged red blood cells, recycles iron, and, crucially, serves as a significant reservoir of white blood cells, ever ready to spring into action against pathogens circulating in the bloodstream. It is a crimson sanctuary, a vigilant academy, and a recycling plant all in one. Higher up, behind the sternum, resides the thymus, a vital schoolhouse particularly active in childhood and adolescence. This is where T lymphocytes, a critical class of immune cells, mature and learn the crucial lesson of self-recognition. They are rigorously trained to distinguish between the body's own healthy cells and foreign invaders, a sophisticated discernment without which the immune system could turn against itself. The thymus is thus a place of profound education, shaping the very intelligence of our internal defences. And then there are the tonsils and adenoids, strategically positioned at the gateway to our digestive and respiratory tracts. These lymphatic tissues act as early warning systems, intercepting airborne and foodborne pathogens, initiating immune responses even before invaders can penetrate deeper into the body. They are the first line of defense at the very portals of our internal world. This quiet, pervasive lymphatic network, then, is not merely a drainage system. It is an intrinsic part of the body's profound defense strategy, an unseen ballet partner to the circulatory system, ensuring both purity and protection. It is a testament to the body's holistic design, where every current, every fluid, every cell serves a purpose in the maintenance of life. And it is through this very lymphatic system that we are led directly to the threshold of the body's most astonishing and complex defense mechanism, the immune system. If the lymphatic system is the network of vigilant outposts and hidden rivers, the immune system is the ancient, ever-evolving army that patrols these territories, an intelligent force capable of distinguishing friend from foe with breathtaking precision, a collaborative empire of specialized guardians. Imagine for a moment that you carry within you an entire universe of sentinels, an intricately organized defense force whose primary mission is to protect the sanctity of self from the myriad non-self entities that constantly seek entry or arise from within. This is the essence of your immune system, a continuous, dynamic negotiation between identity and invasion. We are not talking about a single organ or a simple barrier, but a vast distributed network of cells, tissues, and organs that work in concert, communicating through a complex language of chemical signals. It is a system born of billions of years of evolutionary struggle, refined over epochs to an almost miraculous level of sophistication. Your immune system possesses two fundamental branches, working in a beautiful interwoven harmony: innate immunity and adaptive immunity. Consider innate immunity as your body's ancient immediate shield, its first responders. These are the defenses you were born with, always on, always ready, providing broad, non-specific protection. The very bond skin we discussed, the integumentary system, is a primary component of innate immunity, a formidable physical barrier against pathogens. The mucous membranes, lining our respiratory, digestive, and urogenital tracts, trap invaders, while the cilia in our airways sweep them away, the acid in our stomach, the enzymes in our tears and saliva, the beneficial microbes residing on our skin and in our gut, all are part of this foundational defense, tirelessly working to prevent entry. And should invaders breach these outer walls, a cellular army of innate immunity awaits. We speak of phagocytes, literally eating cells like the macrophages and neutrophils, which are the voracious cleaners of the body. They engulf and digest foreign particles, cellular debris and microbial invaders, acting swiftly and decisively at the site of infection. Picture them as tireless street sweepers and first-line soldiers, constantly patrolling, recognizing common patterns of pathogens and clearing threats without needing prior exposure. Then there are the natural killer NK cells, a truly remarkable component of innate immunity. These cells are specialized to detect and destroy cells that have become infected with viruses or have turned cancerous. They don't need to be introduced to the specific threat. They recognize general signs of distress or abnormality on cell surfaces, acting as silent assassins, ensuring that compromised cells are removed before they can cause further harm. It is a profound internal quality control system working ceaselessly. This innate response is rapid, universal, and forms the bedrock of our defense. Yet it is the adaptive or acquired immunity that elevates our protection to an astonishing level of specificity, memory, and strategic intelligence. This branch of the immune system learns, adapts, and remembers, tailoring its response to specific threats it has encountered before. The stars of adaptive immunity are the lymphocytes, elegant and highly specialized white blood cells that mature in the lymphatic organs we just explored. These are primarily the B lymphocytes, B cells, and are T lymphocytes, T cells. Imagine the South B cells as the body's antibody factories. When a B cell encounters a specific pathogen, an antigen, it becomes activated, proliferating rapidly and transforming into plasma cells. These plasma cells then churn out millions of highly specific antibodies, Y-shaped proteins that act like molecular keys, precisely fitting and neutralizing the specific antigen that triggered their production. Antibodies can mark pathogens for destruction by phagocytes, block their ability to infect cells, or neutralize toxins. It is a targeted chemical warfare of exquisite precision. The T cells, matured in the thymus, operate through direct cellular interaction. There are several types, each with a crucial role. Helper T cells act as the commanders and communicators of the immune system. They don't directly kill pathogens, but they orchestrate the entire immune response, activating B cells, cytotoxic T cells, and other immune cells through a cascade of chemical signals. Without helper T cells, the adaptive immune response would falter significantly. Then there are the formidable cytotoxic T cells, often called killer T cells. These are the direct combatants specialized to recognize and destroy cells that are infected with viruses or have become cancerous. They patrol the body, scrutinizing cell surfaces for foreign markers, and when they find an infected or cancerous cell, they bind to it and induce its programmed death, preventing the spread of infection or tumor growth. It is a surgical strike, precise and uncompromising. The true genius of adaptive immunity lies in its immunological memory. Once B and T cells have encountered a specific pathogen, some of them differentiate into pulse memory cells. These memory cells persist for years, sometimes for a lifetime, quietly awaiting a re-encounter with the same invader. Should that pathogen return, the memory cells spring into action, launching a much faster, stronger, and more effective secondary immune response, often neutralizing the threat before you even feel ill. This is the very principle behind vaccination, gently introducing the body to an antigen so it can develop this powerful, protective memory. Thus, the immune system is a dynamic, living testament to the body's incredible capacity for self-preservation. It is a constant, intricate dance between recognition and response, a vigilant guardian that learns from experience, adapting its strategies to an ever-changing world of threats. From the broad, ancient shield of innate immunity to the precise, memory-driven intelligence of adaptive immunity, it is a system of unparalleled complexity and breathtaking efficacy. As we reflect on the lymphatic and immune systems, we begin to perceive an even deeper layer of interconnectedness within our internal universe. The purification currents of the lymph, the strategic outposts of the nodes, the grand filtering of the spleen, the vital schooling of the thymus, and the ceaseless vigilance of the immune cells, all work in concert, not in isolation, but in a profound collaborative symphony with every other system we have explored. The circulatory system delivers the immune cells, the nervous system can influence immune responses, the integumentary system forms the first barrier, the endocrine system modulates immune activity. It is a continuous, integrated effort to maintain the delicate balance of homeostasis, to protect the quiet miracle that is you. We will not rush this understanding. We invite you to sit with this profound realization of your body's internal guardians, to appreciate the silent, ceaseless war waged on your behalf and the elegant systems that ensure your continued existence. This journey into the self deepens with every layer we uncover, revealing wonders far beyond our initial imaginings. And as we prepare to turn our gaze towards the final, most profound system of all, we ask you to carry this sense of awe, this reverence for the intricate design that defines us all. Having navigated the intricate defenses of our lymphatic and immune systems, those vigilant guardians ceaselessly working to preserve the sanctity of our internal landscape, we now arrive at a concept that binds all these magnificent systems into a singular harmonious existence. Consider, if you will, the profound question: how does this vast, bustling metropolis of cells, tissues, and organs maintain its exquisite balance amidst the ceaseless ebb and flow of life, both internal and external? We speak now of homeostasis, a word that, though scientific, carries the weight of a quiet miracle. It is the body's unwavering dedication to maintaining a stable, optimal internal environment, a dynamic equilibrium that is the very cornerstone of life itself. Imagine a tightrope walker traversing a vast chasm, constantly making micro-adjustments, swaying, shifting their weight, yet always returning to a central line of balance. This is homeostasis, not a static, unchanging state, but a vibrant, active process of continuous adjustment, a relentless dance between opposing forces, ensuring that every vital parameter remains within the narrow, life-sustaining range. Think back to the nervous system, that master conductor we explored, with its lightning-fast signals and its capacity to perceive and react. Recall also the endocrine system with its slower, pervasive hormonal whispers, reaching every corner of our being. It is these two grand orchestrators, working in profound concert, that largely direct the symphony of homeostasis. They are the body's internal sensors and responders, perpetually monitoring countless variables: temperature, blood sugar, pH, fluid levels, blood pressure, and issuing commands to keep the delicate balance. Let us delve into a few examples to truly appreciate the exquisite artistry of this internal regulation. Consider first thermoregulation, the body's steadfast commitment to maintaining its core temperature, typically around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 degrees Celsius. This is a marvel of integrated system function. When the external world cools, the nervous system, sensing this shift through receptors in the skin, relays the message to the brain's hypothalamus, our internal thermostat. Instantly, a cascade of responses is initiated. The integumentary system, our protective skin, constricts its surface blood vessels, diverting warm blood away from the cooler exterior to preserve core heat. Our tiny piloerector muscles, those we discussed in Chapter 7, pull on hair follicles, causing goosebumps, a vestige of a time when our ancestors relied on thicker fur for insulation. If the chill persists, the muscular system, usually reserved for locomotion, begins to shiver, a rhythmic contraction and relaxation designed to generate heat through metabolic activity. Conversely, when the sun beats down or we exert ourselves vigorously and our internal temperature begins to climb, the same vigilant hypothalamus springs into action. Blood vessels in the skin dilate, allowing more warm blood to flow closer to the surface where heat can radiate outwards. The sweat glands, also part of our integumentary system, release their watery secretions, and as this moisture evaporates from the skin, it carries away excess heat, cooling us down. This intricate feedback loop, a constant conversation between sensing and responding, ensures that our delicate cellular machinery can function optimally, regardless of the external environment. Now, let us turn our attention to the exquisite regulation of blood glucose, the primary fuel for our cells. After a meal, as the digestive system breaks down carbohydrates into glucose, this vital sugar floods into our bloodstream, carried by the circulatory system. The pancreas, a remarkable organ we encountered in our study of the endocrine system, detects this rise. Its specialized beta cells respond by releasing insulin, a hormone that acts as a key, unlocking cells throughout the body to absorb glucose from the blood. This ensures that cells receive the energy they need and prevents blood sugar levels from soaring dangerously high. When blood glucose levels begin to fall, perhaps between meals or during prolonged fasting, the pancreas's alpha cells release glucagon, another hormone. Glucagon signals the liver to release stored glucose back into the bloodstream, thus preventing blood sugar from dropping too low. This elegant dance of insulin and glucagon, a perfectly timed hormonal ballet, keeps our energy supply stable, a testament to the body's foresight and adaptive genius. Consider also the meticulous control of blood pressure. The circulatory system, with its tireless heart and vast network of vessels, must maintain sufficient pressure to deliver blood to every capillary, yet not so high as to damage delicate tissues. Specialized stretch receptors, called baroreceptors, located in the walls of major arteries, constantly monitor this pressure. If blood pressure rises, these receptors send signals to the brainstem, part of our nervous system. The autonomic nervous system then responds by slowing the heart rate and dilating blood vessels, reducing the pressure. If blood pressure drops, the opposite occurs. Heart rate increases and blood vessels constrict. Furthermore, the kidneys, urinary system, and various hormones, endocrine system, play long-term roles in blood pressure regulation, adjusting fluid volume and vascular tone. It is a multi-layered system of checks and balances, ensuring the continuous vital flow of life's fluid. And what of fluid and electrolyte balance? Our bodies are predominantly water, and the precise concentration of salts and other electrolytes within that water is critical for nerve impulses, muscle contractions, and countless biochemical reactions. The kidneys, those masterful filters of the urinary system, are central to this. They meticulously regulate how much water is reabsorbed or excreted, and how much sodium, potassium, and calcium are retained or eliminated. Hormones like antidiuretic hormone, ADH, from the pituitary gland endocrine system, act on the kidneys, instructing them to conserve water when the body is dehydrated. This constant fine-tuning, overseen by the nervous and endocrine systems, ensures that the internal aquatic environment remains perfectly calibrated a silent testament to the body's commitment to internal purity and function. Even the pH of our blood, a measure of its acidity or alkalinity, is kept within an incredibly narrow vital range. A slight deviation can be catastrophic. Here, the respiratory system plays a crucial immediate role. As cells metabolize, they produce carbon dioxide, which dissolves in blood to form carbonic acid. When blood pH begins to drop, become more acidic, the respiratory center in the brain signals the lungs to increase the rate and depth of breathing, expelling more carbon dioxide and thereby reducing the acid load. The kidneys, in their long-term regulatory role, also contribute by excreting excess acids or bases as needed. This rapid and sustained coordination between breathing and filtration ensures the delicate chemical balance essential for enzyme function and cellular integrity. These are but a few threads in the vast interwoven tapestry of homeostasis. Each system we have explored, skeletal, muscular, nervous, circulatory, respiratory, digestive, urinary, endocrine, integumentary, lymphatic, immune, does not operate in isolation. They are partners in an unending dance, each contributing its unique steps to maintain the rhythm and harmony of life. Every breath we take, every beat of our heart, every thought that crosses our mind, every defense against an invader, is predicated on this magnificent ceaseless effort to maintain balance. This profound commitment to equilibrium, this constant self-correction, is the essence of our living form. It is the body's quiet, persistent striving for optimal function, a testament to its ancient wisdom and its elegant design. We are, each of us, a collaborative empire, where billions of individual entities work in synchronized perfection, orchestrated by unseen forces, all in service of this grand, life-sustaining balance. As we observe this intricate ballet of regulation, we are reminded once more of the profound wonder that resides within us, a universe of dynamic stability, ceaselessly adapting, ceaselessly living. Having journeyed through the intricate dance of homeostasis, witnessing how our bodies meticulously maintain their internal balance, we now turn our gaze to a system that transcends individual survival. For what is survival, if not also the promise of continuation? We speak now of the reproductive system, the profound and ancient mechanism through which life itself echoes forward, an intricate whisper across generations, ensuring the grand, unfolding narrative of being never truly ends. Consider, if you will, the sheer audacity of life. Not content merely to exist, it seeks to replicate, to diversify, to weave new threads into the boundless tapestry of existence. This is the ultimate expression of biological purpose, a testament to the inherent drive embedded within every cell, every molecule, a legacy stretching back to the dawn of life on this planet. We will approach this system not with clinical detachment, but with the reverence it demands, for it is here that the potential for a new universe, a new symphony of cells resides. We begin by acknowledging the beautiful duality inherent in this system, the complementary roles that, when united, ignite the spark of new beginnings. Let us first contemplate the male reproductive system, a marvel of biological engineering designed for the precise production and delivery of the genetic blueprint. Imagine, within the testes, a vast, bustling factory, tirelessly labouring to create billions of microscopic voyagers. Here, deep within the seminiferous tubules, a process known as spermatogenesis unfolds with breathtaking precision. From primordial germ cells through a series of intricate divisions and transformations, emerge the spermatozoa, the sperm cells, each one A miracle of design, a compact head carrying the precious cargo of DNA, a midpiece packed with mitochondria to power its journey, and a long undulating tail, a masterful flagellum propelling it forward. These nascent voyagers are not yet ready for their epic journey. They mature within the coiled labyrinth of the epididymis, gaining motility and the vital capacity to fertilize. From this repository, they embark through the vas deferens, a muscular highway, joined along their path by the contributions of several accessory glands. The seminal vesicles secrete a fluid rich in fructose, providing the energetic fuel for their arduous quest, alongside prostaglandins that aid in their movement within the female reproductive tract. The prostate gland adds a milky, slightly acidic fluid containing enzymes that activate the sperm, while the bulbourethral glands offer a lubricating pre-ejaculate, preparing the pathway. Together, these contributions form semen, a complex, life-sustaining medium, a vessel for the tiny, determined travellers. This entire intricate process, from the genesis of sperm to the composition of semen, is meticulously orchestrated by the endocrine system, a subtle yet powerful conductor we have previously admired. Hormones like testosterone, guided by signals from the pituitary gland, are the unseen maestros, ensuring the continuous rhythmic production and maturation of these carriers of life. It is a system built for expedition, for the singular purpose of reaching and fusing with another. Now, let us turn our attention to the female reproductive system, a sanctuary of creation, a cyclical marvel designed not only to produce the other half of the genetic equation, but also to nurture, protect, and bring forth new life. Picture the ovaries, nestled deep within the pelvic cavity, as two precious jewels. Unlike the continuous production of sperm, a female is born with her entire complement of immature egg cells or oocytes, numbering in the hundreds of thousands. Each month from puberty until menopause, a delicate ballet unfolds. A single oocyte, sometimes two, matures within a protective follicle, growing larger, preparing for its moment of release. This monthly preparation is the essence of the menstrual cycle, a breathtaking symphony of hormonal fluctuations. Under the influence of hormones like estrogen and progesterone, guided by the pituitary's FSH and LH, the uterus, this sacred chamber of potential, undergoes a profound transformation. Its inner lining, the endometrium, thickens and becomes richly vascularized, a soft, welcoming bed prepared for the arrival of a fertilized egg. Should conception not occur, this meticulously prepared lining is shed, only to begin its renewal anew, a testament to the body's unwavering commitment to the possibility of life, cycle after cycle, year after year. When the mature egg, now an ovum, is released from the ovary, an event known as ovulation, it is gently swept into the delicate, fringed opening of the fallopian tube. These tubes are not mere conduits, they are the very stage where the most profound meeting in biology often occurs. It is here, typically, that the ovum awaits its suitor, a journey of mere hours or a day, a window of profound possibility. The uterus, a muscular, pear-shaped organ, waits patiently at the end of this path, ready to embrace and shelter the nascent life should the union occur. The cervix, a narrow opening at the base of the uterus, acts as a gateway, and the vagina, a muscular canal, serves as the pathway for sperm and ultimately for childbirth. Imagine, then, the moment of de-fertilization, a cosmic dance on a microscopic scale. Millions of sperm, driven by an ancient imperative, embark on an arduous journey, navigating the intricate landscape of the female reproductive tract. Only a tiny fraction will ever reach the ovum, and of those few, only one, a single determined spermatozoon, will ultimately penetrate the ovum's protective layers. This is not merely a physical union, it is a profound merging of two distinct genetic legacies, a moment of singular, irreversible creation. Upon penetration, the ovum undergoes a swift chemical change, sealing its surface to prevent any other sperm from entering, ensuring the integrity of the nascent genome. The nuclei of the sperm and the egg, each containing half the genetic material required for a new human being, fuse. In this precise, miraculous instant, a zygote is formed, the very first cell of a new individual. This single cell, no larger than a speck, holds within its tightly coiled DNA the entire blueprint for a unique human being, a complete instruction manual for the development of a brain, a heart, lungs, bones, a nervous system, and every single one of the trillions of cells that will eventually form an adult. It is the merging of ancient lineages, the continuation of a biological story billions of years in the making, now reborn in a singular, potent moment. From this singular zygote, the journey of early development begins, a breathtaking cascade of orchestrated events. We will not rush through the intricate details of embryology, for that is a grand narrative in itself, but we will pause to marvel at its initial steps. Within hours of fertilization, the zygote begins to divide, not growing in size initially, but multiplying its cellular components through rapid mitotic divisions. From one cell to two, two to four, four to eight, it becomes a morule, a tiny ball of cells still encased within the original protective zone. As these divisions continue, a fluid-filled cavity forms within the cell cluster, transforming it into a blastocyst. This blastocyst is a miniature marvel, already showing the first hints of specialization. An outer layer of cells, the trophoblast, destined to form parts of the placenta, and an inner cell mass, the embryoblast, which will give rise to the embryo itself. Approximately 6 to 10 days after fertilization, this delicate blastocyst embarks on its crucial next step, implantation. It gently burrows into the richly prepared endometrium of the uterus, establishing its vital connection to the maternal blood supply, a profound act of integration that marks the true beginning of pregnancy. This journey from a single cell to a complex multicellular organism is one of the most astonishing spectacles in all of biology. It is a testament to the inherent intelligence encoded within our DNA, guiding each cell to its proper place, orchestrating the formation of tissues, then organs, then entire systems, building upon the very foundations we have explored in our previous chapters. The epithelial cells forming protective linings, the connective tissues providing support, the muscle cells preparing for movement, the nervous cells for communication, all are meticulously laid down, layer by layer, guided by the silent, ancient wisdom of the genome. This system, the reproductive system, stands as a crowning achievement of biological evolution, not in isolation, but as a culmination of all the systems we have previously considered. It relies on the nervous system for intricate signaling and behavioral drives, on the endocrine system for its exquisite hormonal orchestrations, on the circulatory system to nourish the developing life, on the immune system to protect it, and on every other system to support the profound physiological changes that accompany pregnancy. It is the ultimate collaboration, a testament to the body's holistic design. So as we contemplate the reproductive system, we are not merely studying a collection of organs, we are witnessing the very pulse of life, the deep resonant echo of countless generations. We are observing the biological imperative to create, to nurture, to continue. It is a system that reminds us of our profound connection to all life, a living bridge between the past and the future, a quiet miracle unfolding within each of us, a potential for renewal that speaks to the very essence of existence itself. We find ourselves once again in awe of the human body, a universe not only of intricate balance but of boundless potential, and with this understanding we carry forward the wonder of how such potential blossoms into the intricate form we recognize as ourselves.